Yo, 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 this is your boy Fireworks, and welcome back. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. The beautiful white gold is here with us today, and we are back with another Geeky Cast video, all right, or video reaction, all right? So this time, he is talking about the Thunderbolts team and the villain, which is supposed to be a huge favorite character. I know he's a huge Sentry fan. I'm a big Sentry fan. She knows that I love Sentry. And I think it's going to be awesome that maybe we get him as the villain, or he is supposed to be the villain for the Thunderbolts movie to end, I think, phase 5 as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and see what the Geeky Cast has to say. I see some information, some new news. All right, hopefully we get some stuff we don't know, and for the people who don't know Sentry, I'm sure he's probably gonna break it down or explain a little bit of it, and if he doesn't, maybe I can kind of briskly talk about Sentry maybe. But yeah, so before we get into this, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. All right, make sure you guys are doing that, and if you're new here to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting subscribe, tapping that notification bell, so when we do a video just like this, you all get it first, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to the Geeky Cast, all right? If you're not, he's dropping all the news as soon as he gets it, all right? So, again, this is on the Thunderbolts movie and the villain who is supposed to be Sentry, all right? I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel. And we back.
So we have some huge news. You know how they said the Thunderbolts, their villain is kind of revealed in a sense now, and it is so much better than I thought it would be. So let's get ready to the video.
Yeah, he's happy. You can tell he's ready.
With the Thunderbolts ending phase 5, they're going to be tying in several super soldiers. The Red Guardian, Ghost, Yelena, Bucky,
John Walker,
and John Walker, with also some extra characters that aren't mentioned, but we'll leave that to another video, as we have heard rumors about who those characters could be, and we will just say they're super soldiers in their own right. And yes, people will say, oh, Yelena's not a super soldier. The whole thing is the Thunderbolts is a bunch of losers, or characters that are brought together that have been manipulated by the government, changed, been tortured in a sense. I mean, look at Taskmaster, who was manipulated and changed by her father after Natasha almost killed her. Yelena was tortured by the Red Room to be like her sister in a sense. You have Ghost, who had an accident and then gained powers, which obviously her mind kind of lost itself, and we discovered that in Ant-Man 2, which then she disappeared. The Red Guardian was, in a sense, the Soviet Union's chance of a Captain America. He's a little bit better. He's probably one of the better ones of the group. Bucky was tormented by Hydra and turned into the Winter Soldier with the Super Soldier Serum. Stronger than Steve Rogers, but on a less, I would say, good road. John Walker wanted to be Captain America, taking a form of the Super Soldier Serum, becoming, in a sense, evil Captain America, or as U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent.
Pretty much all these characters are misunderstood, in my opinion, and aren't necessarily evil or villains or whatever, but will also be tied in with a couple other characters. One possibly being a Hulk, one possibly being from the Hulk series, and another one that we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. With that being said, the main villain for a while was said to be Hyperion, right? Essentially, same backstory as Superman, except this guy was an Eternal. However, we found out yesterday, better news, that it's possibly Robert Reynolds' Sentry. Yes, Robert Reynolds was a meth addict who ended up going into a secret facility and drinking this super secret soldier serum, which was like 10 times more potent than the super soldier serum, giving him the powers of 10 million exploding suns. He became the Sentry, But along with the Sentry came the Void, his evil counterpart, that would come out every so often. But the whole thing was that the Void was essentially unstoppable. There was a What If comic book series that they brought out that the Void destroyed everybody and destroyed the whole galaxy. And yes, Sentry is crazy. He's had some crazy feats, like ripping Ares, the god of war, in half, like beating Molecule Man, even though Molecule Man was dumbed down.
Yeah,
to
it
a
was
standstill, even though Sentry was nerfed there and they said Worldbreaker Hulk was holding back. These two battled till a standstill where they both depowered. Insane fight, and Worldbreaker Hulk and Planet Hulk is definitely a comic book series I always recommend. So amazing. I don't know, man. The Sentry is just something, and I'm going to start doing a comic book series so you guys can get more into the Sentry, who he is, how Robert Reynolds disappeared off the face of the earth and no one understood who he was, and how he felt betrayed by his friends. But the biggest part of this episode, I guess I could say, is I want to know how the Sentry could fit into this story. So like I said, these are essentially, I would say, 8 soldiers or 9 soldiers that were betrayed by the government, that were manipulated by who they thought were their comrades, all this, who are going to go on a mission, essentially the Suicide Squad, to stop a super soldier. I believe the undercover, or AKA Project Sentry, is going to be the thing. And I think they're going to go after Robert Reynolds, who was mind wiped. So in the comic books, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, and Rob went together and they put up a tower and they put a beacon off of it that made everybody forget who the Sentry was, even though eventually he did remember who he was. So he is essentially addicted to the serum as well too. So the more he takes it, obviously things begin to happen, bringing out the Void and such. But I think the best part about this was we need a schizophrenic kind of moment like in the first volumes of the 2000 series for Sentry, where we think it's this guy, this middle-aged, overweight guy who's just crazy, who feels like he's talking to himself, who beats his dog, who his girlfriend leaves him because she thinks something's going on, wrecking their relationship, and so on and so much more. Now, I want this guy that we're going to discover, there's this guy, this Project Sentry guy who they're working on. Say he's just a Marine or something, or maybe a drug addict or whatever, or a Hydra agent. We don't know. We don't know how they're going to do it in the MCU. OP, but I'd like it that towards the end we find out that this is the Sentry. And the Sentry, spoil it right now because this is what I think is going to happen. I would like to see the Sentry have a slug out with the Red Hulk and Abomination. Because how much more would it be to have Harrison Ford's Red Hulk, after seeing him in Captain America 4, putting on a show of how powerful he is, and the Abomination, we know how powerful he is. He went against, the 2008 Hulk. Having those two, the big heavy hitters of the Thunderbolts, go against the Sentry, and him just wiping the floor with them. The one problem I do have, though, is how bad are they going to nerf a boy?
Oh, they gonna nerf him. They gonna nerf him.
He's drastically overpowered. When I mean like matter manipulation, I mean telekinesis. He literally can't die. He's died and comes back to life. The man is essentially unkillable. You have every power that Superman has and then some. So with that being said, I just wanted to bring this video out real quick because I'm super pumped for this. I'm going to start doing a Sentry series. Who is Sentry, or what is Sentry? So on and so forth. I'm also getting a blue tongue skink. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but I'm posting it right here. I just purchased it, but I haven't brought it home yet. I'm going to bring it home probably end of the week. Super excited. I'm looking for names, suggestions. I'm thinking at least I want to do Kang because of the blue tongue you can see right there. Same as the mask on Kang the Conqueror. So
I'm with it.
Let me know what you guys think down below. Give me name suggestions down below. If I use your name or consider liking your names, I'll pick 3 names. I'll give them an Amazon gift card. Put it that way if I like those suggestions. Hope you all enjoy this video. Let me know what y'all think down below. Are you guys excited to see Sentry as I am? Because I'm super pumped right now. As always, my name is Bretta. Added some more to the room. Got my comic right there. And a bunch more comics down there, actually. I started reading Judgment Day. But anyways, have a great rest of your night. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.
All right, you guys. Welcome back. So that was the Geeky Cast here, basically to talk about Sentry. And I'm a huge Sentry fan. We just recently went to comic book place and they had the Sentry action figure. It took me everything I had to buy it, but she found me a comic. I found one. They had other comics there. But it's hard kind of finding Sentry comics, especially like the runs he's talking about, like the 2000s runs and stuff like that. There's also a run, and I think the Return of the Valkyries that we was looking up, and then of course, like you saw, Sentry versus Hulk. But towards the Thunderbolts, I think, like he said, it makes sense. The Thunderbolts is basically Marvel Suicide Squad in a sense, but in the direction of the MCU, the way they're going to do it is, since that in the government and with the Captain America story, just in general plot wise, they all have been surrounded by some form of super soldier serum or super soldier something that's been going on in the background or even in the actual films, you know, especially like Falcon and Winter Soldier, even in Winter Soldier, Civil War, and you got Red Guardian. I think Taskmaster and Yelena would be considered super soldiers because of the potency of the Black Widow stuff that they ended up taking. But I also heard that the version of Taskmaster that we're going to get in the Thunderbolts is not going to be the version from Black Widow, because people were upset that they gender swapped Taskmaster and they just made him something for that film. But you might see a different Taskmaster, which actually might be a super soldier. But the way that they could do it, like he said, he went into like a special lab, ended up taking some super soldier serum that he wasn't supposed to, and he was a drug addict, and it gave him the power of a million suns, but also gave him the power of the Void, which the Void is unstoppable. So I think, like he said, you tell a story, like they've always been stories about a super soldier or somebody who has, like they've done it with the Isaiah Bradley character. He was the first black super soldier. You'll find out more and more that there's more super soldiers. There was then one there when they had Civil War. Bucky talked about how there was 8 or 9 of these people, and then Zemo went and shot all of them in the head to make sure that none of them could get out because he didn't want to make any more super soldiers. Same thing Zemo did in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. He got rid of all the serum. He just got rid of it, killed the scientists who could replicate it. Like he didn't want any more super soldiers. But apparently it's going to be somehow where somebody's probably going to be making some super soldier serum or something. This Robert Reynolds character is going to end up taking it, and he becomes the Sentry. They're going to nerf him. You can't make the power of 1,000 exploding suns. You can't get that on live screen. But so they're probably going to nerf him. But he's probably going to be like Bucky under the Winter Soldier mind shit times 100 or times 500. They're probably going to make him like they said, him going against Red Hulk and Abomination. He's probably going to be able to fly. He's not going to be able to do like some of the other super soldiers. They can't fly. This guy might be able to actually fly. This guy might be able to actually do Superman-esque things in the MCU. We just don't know. And it's also going to be that group of beings who are super soldiers going up against someone who's a super soldier and has the void, which is the dark part. Maybe there's a writing where they're trying to understand, or they do understand because they all are super soldiers or some type, where you share the same emotional feelings or things or characteristics from the super soldier serum, what you've been through. So I think that they'll write that in there some way, but they're gonna nerf him. They're gonna turn the power down for the movie. There's no way that you can have like this.
Right.
He would smack the earth with these characters. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta make it. They gotta level it out. You know what I'm saying? But you all let us know down in the comments. You all fans of Robert Reynolds? You all fans of Sentry? The Sentry? You all expecting to see the Sentry, or are you expecting to see Hyperion? Hyperion is an Eternal. He's in the Squadron Supreme or Sinister Supreme or whatever it is. But I think that you were probably most likely going to see Robert Reynolds. It makes sense story-wise, writing-wise. Super soldiers fighting the craziest super soldier ever, and to end the super soldier saga, there's, because they're going to move on to like the Weapon X-Men stuff down the road. You got to get away from this super soldier series. This shit's been going on for so long. Finally, we got Red Hulk, so you went there. Now you got to like finish it. You know what I'm saying? So I think they finish it with that, with Thunderbolts. But yeah, So y'all let us know down in the comments how you feel. What do you think? You know, how you feel about the Thunderbolts movie? How you feel about Sentry being the villain? Let us know. All right, so before we get out of here, make sure you guys leaving a thumbs up. Make sure you guys leaving a like. If you're new here to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting subscribe and tapping that notification bell so when we do a video just like this, you all will get it first, okay? And don't forget to go subscribe to Geeky Cast if you don't, because he is dropping the videos and the news, okay? So we'll catch you all soon. As soon as he gives us more news, we'll have it for you, all right? So I'm Fireworks, the beautiful white gold. This is Snoopers Gonna Snoop YouTube channel, and we out.